So, good day everyone. My name is Pedro John Lawrence S. from University of Cebu, MTC campus. So my topic is oily water separator. The oily water separator, or OWS, is a very important piece of equipment or device carried on board to separate the mixtures of oil and water into their separate components. This device is a very high alert in any critical equipment to see inside the engine room. It is because when the OWS or oily water separator has a failure in operation, there might be a possible of oil spills on the surface of the ocean, which can cause damage to the marine environment, and with that, the chief engineer will face a hard consequences. As per maritime regulations, the oil content in the water processed from the OWS must be less than 15 parts per million of oil. And the second piece that I am going to discuss is emergency generator. Emergency generator is a small separate generator which supplies the electric power for emergency load in the event of main power supply failure, which is located outside the main and auxiliary machinery space and not forward of the collision bulkhead. This is considered as one of the critical machinery or equipment because if these devices are not be serviced regularly, there is a greater risk of mechanical failure. And that's all. Thank you.
Good day everyone, and I am Engine Cadet Dinawanao, and I am assigned to discuss to you the two considered as critical equipment used on board. And these are the air compressor and the main engine local maneuvering control. So the air compressor is used to provide the starting air to various machines and main engine. Other than the main engine, other systems also require compressor air. The main marine air compressor acts as the power source for starting primary and auxiliary engines. The main marine air compressor stores pressurized air, so it can be released when the engine starts. This includes one of the critical equipment inside the engine room because if this air compressor is broke or failed to operate, there is a tendency for air leakages or oil leakages, which might cause an accident to personnel, to any personnel on board who work inside the vicinity. And the second one is the main engine local maneuvering control. The local stand is normally located in the engine room near the fuel pump platform of the main marine engine. Marine engine is also provided with emergency maneuvering control system in case the remote control system fails to operate. If the remote control maneuvering system fails to operate from both remote stations, like for example the bridge or in the engine control room, or the governor of the main marine engines goes faulty, additional safety is given to main marine engine by providing a local maneuvering control system. This is also considered as a critical equipment or machinery because if the engine crew is failed to comprehend or follow the call command, any command that coming from the bridge, then it can lead to accident like collision and grounding. So that's all. Thank you.
The next is the quick closing valves. Quick closing valves are fitted to settling tanks and service tanks within the machinery space, boiler room, and the emergency generator space, so that in the event of an emergency such as fire, they may be safely closed from a remote location to prevent the fuel in the tank from feeding the fire. From this type of critical equipment, if this is operated in unusual way and not following right procedure, there is a high tendency of fire burning inside the machinery, possibly can cause death or injury. And the next is the fire damper. So, marine fire dampers are used in air conditioning and ventilation ductwork on board, such as yachts, merchant ships, navy vessels, and offshore rigs to prevent the spread of fire, smoke, and gas inside the ductwork. This is considered as one of the critical equipment on board. We know that the fire dampers will help to avoid the spreading of fire from burning into one place to other. If the fire dampers fail to do works its task, there is a high tendency of hard spreading of fire without knowing that the crew inside the engine is at risk. So we need to use fire dampers because those are the possible consequence if um, marine fire dampers will not be used in air conditioning and ventilation ductwork. And so that's all.
Hi, my name is Rapmar Iskadunub. I'm here to report the engine's rooms and bilge alarm and main engine crankcase miss detector. First, everybody ship has bilges. This is a space at the lowest point of the vessel between the floor of the engine room and the bottom of the ship. A water oil mixture collects in this bilge area where the mixture is pumped out and recovered and separated into water and oil by an on board and demulsifying unit. The government has introduced new regulations at installations of a certain size to provide warning when the accumulation of bilge water threatens their buoyancy or safety. The regulations follow the sinking of the vessel Abigail H. in the port of Heysham in 2008. The gap between the incident and the introduction of the measures has led to criticism. The ministers have been too low to act to prevent similar accidents happening again. First, crankcase explosion is one of the most dangerous reasons that can lead to a massive accidents and fires on a ship. It is therefore in a temperature to prevent all the persons that can lead to crankcase explosion on a ship. In this article, we will learn about the various methods to prevent crankcase explosion on a ship. The oil mist detector takes continuous samples to the main engine crankcase and check whether the sample concentrations of mist are well below the level of which a crankcase explosion can take place. The oil mist is drawn into the instrument with the help of a small fan which takes suction from each crankcase through sampling tubes provided on each crankcase.
My name is Engine Cadet Salatorio Quinit Plasos. My topic is all about diesel generator. Is the combination of the diesel engine with an electric generator called often has an alternator to generate electrical energy. Diesel-powered generators are known for their fuel efficiency, mobility, and long lifespan. Their critical machinery equipment should be maintained in order to have a good flow and mechanism, especially in operating diesel engine. Failure to do so might lead to engine failure, and there is some airlines which causes high pressure and so on. The package combination of the diesel engine, a generator, and various ancillary devices such as base, canopy, sound attenuation, control system, circuit breaker, jacket, water and heater, and starting system is referred to as a generating set as a genset for short. That's all and thank you.
Good day everyone, I'm Christian Paul Alvarez and my topic is alarm system. Alarm system can detect an event such as invasion, fire, gas leak, or environmental changes. Determine if the event poses a threat and then send to a notification about the event. In machinery, this is very important which to have an alarm system because they are the one who provide direct response to any problem inside the machinery room. We consider this as one of the critical equipment because if this alarm system is broke, then there might be a possible damage to the engine crews or personnel which can lead to risk and hazardous to life.